Hello, everybody. We were waiting for that open to roll. Hi, everybody. Ryan, Breton and Alan Holt. Storm Center Monday. We got the sweaters on. That's a good one.
Mother-in-law Christmas present.
Oh, this was a Christmas present for my mother.
They know how to pick them.
And you have to wear it.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first time you have an opportunity.
And if it's if it's an ugly sweater, I will still wear it too. Yeah.
So yeah, we first, this is the first, I'd say, New England-wide big storm in a few years. Parts of southern New England got 1 to 2 feet. Much of Maine 1 to 2 feet. So how was your experience? You were in here in the thick of it last night with Dana.
It was fun for me as a weather, person. It was fun, and it was. I'm used to whenever we're in this longer format mode, Storm Center. I'm used to it being much more pressing with like hurricane types or severe weather. This was more like a show and tell.
Right.
Yeah, and it was really cool to see how, for me, the roads responded to a dry snow when it's really cold. To see how the treatments interact. I'm like learning all this stuff real time. But it was neat to see how it all just played out, and it looks like our forecast was right on the dot.
And all told, what was nice about this storm is it really was just a snow producer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Obviously brutally cold, so for people who did have to be out in it, challenging in that way, but limited coastal issues. There were little patchy things here and there, but nothing that screams like big nor'easter or anything like that. It really was just a snowstorm. And
I got a photo from my father-in-law out of Ocean Park. Some big erosion.
Yeah, that stuff happens.
He was saying the sand freezes, the waves will hit it, and then it'll just take chunks out. But I'm just not used to seeing like.
And that looks far down from the dune, right? It wasn't on the dune.
Wasn't on the dune, but it was like half of the soft sand.
Yeah, it's usually more concerning when it gets to the dune.
Yeah,
that's when you're like, all right, we got a problem here.
It was like 2 streets away from Goose Fair, so I just had never seen that. He was saying it hadn't happened like that since 2018.
Interesting.
So
maybe it speaks to the cold.
Yes, he said the sand had frozen. I was like,
that makes a lot of sense.
I was trying to tell him, how do I communicate freezing sand? But, I knew what he was saying. Right. I just don't know if anyone else.
We got a couple of webcams we can show you just as we keep chatting.
There you go. Oh, look at them. There's guys on there, right?
Yeah. Looks it.
There's, people
Sunday
are.
River Sugarloaf. It's coming. There it is. Yeah. We'll take you down to the jackpot zone, which is southern Maine, Kennebunk there too. And we still have some snow coming down as of this recording. So these numbers we're going to show you aren't final, but
look at them. Read them and weep.
I know.
So last night, I was out in it quite a bit. I was just taking advantage of the weather deck, and it was worrying me in terms of just if our forecast was going to be perfect, that the snowflakes that were falling were really fine. Mm-hmm. They were not what I would think when we're talking about high ratios, the big dendrites.
Right. Yeah.
And so it just was coming down at such a fast rate that I think that made up for
100%
that. But this morning, if you were out last night and this morning up to around noon, you could see the physical difference.
Got bigger.
The flakes were bigger, and the sounding from this morning also screamed big flakes.
It's funny when the snow started on yesterday, it almost was like Arctic dust at the beginning. It had nothing to it.
I was worried.
No liquid. It was pretty fascinating to see. That's not something that happens all that often.
I mean, it was like almost like saw shavings.
Yes.
Like off of sandpaper. And I was like, okay, we'll see how much of this adds up. And it did.
It did.
Yeah.
We still have a little bit to go depending on when you're watching this. There's a trough that hangs back to the west and a little bit of upper level energy too. So that's the start time. I don't want to show the start time because that would have been yesterday. Mm-hmm. The end time is as follows. Stand by.
The end is near.
Yeah. This is an approximation, and it's more meant for obviously people are going to have to go out and clear their driveways again, but for road crews, plow crews, this is a long duration event.
And they have also been, they are great.
Isn't it amazing?
It is.
I came in at 8:15 this morning, and about a foot of snow on the ground, plus or minus. And I think because no one was on the roads, and they are so effective when nobody is on the roads in particular. My drive here, I could just go 25, 30 miles an hour the whole way, and it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Same. High Street, I had some slippage trying to get up, but it's really impressive how effective the treatments are. And I never knew there were so many different types of snowblowers either. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
It was like I didn't know there were that many in existence. Yeah. It was fun.
This is great. I feel like it's an educational experience. We're all along the ride with you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm just seeing it fresh eyes. Everything. Yeah.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
On top of the numbers we showed you, this is what's possible through the overnight. Most places it's probably another 2 or 3. There could be a 4th inch down east. And to your point, Alan, about the dryness of the snow. Mm-hmm. There is going to be a little bit of a breeze tonight, so there can still be some blowing and drifting back onto roads.
Oh, yeah. That was for sure happening last night. It wasn't even that strong, 10 to 15, and we had Flurry out with Drew Peters, and he was going over the Casco Bay Bridge. It was dry. But then the way the wind was blowing, the other lane was like huge, so it just it's easily movable.
Yeah, and the places where it's like more likely to be a problem longer out by open fields or farmland, stuff like that. And because it's cold, salt's really not effective below about 15. So there is a layer of snow that's like kind of packed in on the roads, even though they've been cleared. And this snow can blow back onto that layer. And I suspect it's going to be slippery overnight. And there could be a couple school delays in the morning. Could be. I don't anticipate it to be a lot, but wouldn't shock me. You get 2 feet of snow. It's this cold.
It packs down.
You can't guarantee the buses are clear and ready to go at the normal time. So maybe there are a couple delays.
It was this has been the most slick I have experienced on the roads, like coming and going to work. Turning, braking. If you're doing anything abrupt.
Yeah,
that's when you can definitely feel it. But if you're going straight and you're like really giving yourself room, it seemed fine.
Yeah. To me, it's always the other people on the road that concern me. I've driven in snowstorms so many times now, whether it's to and from work or, having grown up in New Hampshire and Maine, like just done it a lot. So I'm more concerned about the other people. And the nice thing for me this morning was I saw like 10 cars on my 7-mile drive or whatever it is.
No one was out. Yeah. Trucks have fun.
They do.
They like fishtailing everywhere. I was like, are they having fun or is that just what happens?
Yeah, watch out in the Hannaford parking lot
there
or something if the store is closed. Going forward, it's cold. There's actually no big fluctuation in our high temperatures. It's basically upper teens, low 20s through Friday. Over the weekend, maybe it moderates some, and we got to watch the weekend. Yeah.
That was nonverbal communication, I think. Yeah.
We all got it.
Yeah. Sometimes I would use the word at this range, gobbledygook. Mm-hmm. It's not a real word.
I've heard the phrase.
Yeah. It's something to watch. Does it happen? Probably.
There will be a storm.
Yes.
I think. I mean, with an upper level pattern like this, a storm is going to form off the East Coast.
Agree.
The question is, of course, the track.
Yep.
And I'm more inclined to think there's a chance this comes back toward us, given what we have just anecdotally seen in the computer model. So at this point, you just got to watch it. It will be a large storm. Additionally, if it does come close enough, which today is Monday, I think on Wednesday we'll have a better idea of, okay, is this the trend still far enough offshore?
The trend will for sure be telling by that point. Yeah, this is just, there's a lot of social media chatter already about it, and it's just like...
Welcome to the North, where they don't even let one storm finish, and the weather-weenies online are on to the next one. So
it's same thing in the tropics.
Yeah, it's exactly
the same thing.
Season.
If they spin...
Yep.
There people are posting about it, yeah.
One thing I do want to mention, and this is if you've got a coastal interest, tides are a little higher this weekend. because of the lunar cycle. So they're astronomically high. I believe it was a 10.8 or 10.9 tide. I can't quite remember, but it's above. So there's the potential for coastal flooding, and this looks like a stronger low if it were to come together. So in addition to snow, if it comes close enough, that's something that is a possibility.
The tide heights, remind me again, is it about 12 or 13 feet that it becomes more problematic?
12 feet is flood stage in Portland.
Okay, so 12
And I use that as like a benchmark
litmus,
for all of southern and mid-coast Maine kind of. So if it's 10.8, you get a 2-foot surge, you get minor flooding.
Minor flood,
So that's something we'll watch. It's just a possibility. It could stay offshore, but it is Monday. We have seen things back up and come our way, so we'll keep the door open until we think it's closed.
That's responsible forecasting.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you've got snow totals, feel free to email. We've got a bunch that we've had today. We appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow.